Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
She dominated the music charts, broke streaming records, became a global icon before turning 30. But behind the flash of red carpets and platinum albums, she was watching, studying, waiting. In an industry built on fleeting fame, one artist was plotting something bigger, something permanent. Because Rihanna didn't just want to be remembered, she wanted to own the narrative. This is the story of how Robin Rihanna Fenty became one of the richest women in the world. Not through tours, not through endorsements, but by building a billion-dollar brand empire from scratch. A revolution that began not in a boardroom, but in front of a mirror. She was just a teenager from Barbados when the world first heard her voice. Pon de Replay hit airwaves in 2005, and almost overnight, she was everywhere. But this was no one-hit wonder. Rihanna evolved with every album. Good Girl Gone Bad.
Yeah. Rihanna. Good Girl Gone Bad.
Rated R, Loud. An unstoppable presence in pop culture. But behind the success, something wasn't sitting right. Everywhere she looked in the beauty industry, whether in drugstores or department stores, she saw the same pattern. Limited shade ranges, narrow beauty standards, and consumers who didn't see themselves represented. And while Rihanna became a red carpet staple, her business instincts were quietly taking shape. She didn't just want to lend her name to a brand, she wanted to own one. By 2016, the whispers began. No album, no tour. Rihanna had seemingly vanished from the studio. But she wasn't gone. She was pivoting. What fans didn't know was that she was in talks with one of the most powerful forces in luxury, LVMH, the French conglomerate behind Louis Vuitton, Dior, and Givenchy. Together, they launched Fenty Beauty. On launch day in September 2017, Rihanna didn't just release makeup. She made a statement. 40 shades of foundation. Never before seen from a mainstream luxury beauty brand. That number wasn't just about inclusivity. It was a business move, a market correction. Rihanna had found a massive, underserved audience, and she gave them what others wouldn't. The results were explosive.
Hello.
Fenty Beauty generated over $550 million in its first year, a number that stunned Wall Street and sent legacy brands scrambling. Suddenly, the market was shifting. Consumers demanded more shades, more diversity, more authenticity. And at the center of it all was a pop star who decided to bet on herself. But Rihanna wasn't done. After makeup came lingerie. Victoria's Secret had ruled the runway for decades, but its fantasy no longer fit the moment. Rihanna launched Savage X Fenty in 2018, and once again, she shattered expectations. Rihanna wasn't selling sex appeal, she was selling self-expression. The fashion shows went viral. TikTok exploded with try-on hauls. Savage X Fenty wasn't just cool, it felt like a cultural correction. And this time, Rihanna had even more ownership. By 2021, Savage X Fenty was valued at over $1 billion. The same year, Forbes officially declared her a billionaire, making her the youngest self-made billionaire woman in the United States. Here's the secret most people missed. Rihanna wasn't making money from music. She was making it from equity. She didn't sign endorsement deals. She formed partnerships. She didn't just model the products. She controlled them. And with every launch, her empire grew. Unlike many celebrity brands, Fenty didn't rely on gimmicks or seasonal trends. It was built on data, access, and reach. Rihanna knew her audience. She'd been them. She understood what they wanted and what they'd been denied. And by delivering on those needs, she built a loyal following far deeper than fandom. She built trust. Still, it wasn't always easy. When Fenty Fashion House, her high-end clothing line with LVMH, shut down in 2021, headlines speculated on failure. But insiders knew better. Rihanna was reallocating resources, focusing on what was scaling fastest, beauty and lingerie. Because that's the thing about moguls, they adapt. She never tried to do it all. She did what worked, and scaled it ruthlessly. She leveraged global supply chains, leaned into digital-first marketing, and democratized luxury without compromising on quality. No fancy campaigns, no exclusive clubs, just bold color, bold messaging, and Rihanna at the helm. Today, the Fenty brand is more than a company. It's a case study. Harvard Business School has dissected her model. Marketing analysts cite her campaigns as textbook examples of modern branding. And consumers, they keep buying, year after year. She didn't chase every opportunity. She picked the ones that built value. She understood brand equity, consumer psychology, and the power of inclusion, not as a PR stunt, but as a business model. And when you look at the beauty industry today, Fenty shades on every store shelf, inclusive ads from brands that once ignored everyone but the elite. You realize she didn't just launch a company. She changed the rules. Whether she ever releases another album or not, she's already made her mark. Not just as a pop icon, not just as a billionaire, but as a blueprint. Because the real flex is not being famous, it's being in control.